I had a conversation with a gentleman who was touring our office here recently, and he's been a very successful agent in our program. And he said, you know, Brian, I just brought in a new team member. And they came in and they took your training program, your peak producers, and they got the ball rolling. And he says they have such enthusiasm and such fire. And he says they're using the dialogues and they're writing the notes and they're having great results. And he said initially I was kind of like, oh, that's neat, and isn't this cool? And it's so fun to see them get it. And he goes, now, 6 months in, he realizes this young person's operating and executing on this system better than they are. And he goes, where did it go for me? Because what happens is we get comfortable, we get some busyness going on, and then we stop being just that level of enthusiasm we once had tends to wane. I want to kind of get you back into that mindset, whether you've been doing the business 40 years or 40 days, of that enthusiasm for every client you get, that enthusiasm you have for every lead you generate, that enthusiasm for every listing, that enthusiasm for every buyer, the enthusiasm to do the activities to make those things happen. Are you guys with me? For you, I want to show you there's a path to follow. Because here's the deal. 20 years ago, I came on stage telling people about how I ran my business and how I went from being an immigrant with 92 bucks to being a very successful man. 20 years later, I don't tell that story too much anymore, because now I like to talk about my clients and their stories, which is why I got into it in the first place. Now I like to share videos and illustrations and stories of people who've had their life changed, because that's what we're about. Our mission is to impact and improve the lives of people. Our mission is to impact and improve your life. So 20 years down the line, if you're here for the first time, you don't have to take my word for it. You're surrounded by it on every front. 1 out of every 8 homes in the United States is sold through our client base. 1 of every 7 homes in Canada, okay? With a very, very small number of people. The average realtor in America makes less than $40,000 in gross commissions. Our average client makes well over $300,000. Same people who were like that when they came to us. So when you're here for the first time, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut through the clutter. We're going to show you a system to follow. And if you get on board with the system, you'll find that this is a system that can take you places. Are you guys with me?